In this video, we'll be talking about rotating your menu. So typically you'll want to rotate your menu right after your cutoff each week so that any new orders that come in are for the following week. We could also set up the menu to automatically close at your cutoff time and then automatically reopen after a window of time to give you some time to do this. So for example, if your cutoff is Thursday night at midnight, we could have the store reopen Friday at noon, and that gives you all Friday morning to come in and make these rotations. Having said that, rotations only take a few minutes. It's super simple. I'm going to walk you through it right now. I'll also show you how this works when we have active subscriptions or packages that have the meals in it. So firstly, I'm just going to go and look at my subscriptions to get an idea of what meals are in my customer subscription. So I can see that this customer has grilled salmon. So if I was to leave this on my menu, he'll continue to get grilled salmon every week unless he logs in and changes it. But we've decided to change our menu and we're going to be removing that. So I'm going to search for the grilled salmon. I'm going to go ahead and deactivate it. And you'll notice that the system is recognizing that this meal is in both subscriptions, either one or more, and it's in one or more of my packages on my menu. So it's asking us, what do we want to do in this situation? In most cases, you'll simply want to replace for both of them, right? So we want to update the customer's subscriptions with a new meal, and we want to keep our packages up to date with a new meal. You also have the choice to keep it in subscriptions or packages, or to just remove it altogether. So I'll stick with replace since this is the most common method, and I'll go ahead and I will search for a meal to replace it with. So I'm going to replace it with this lemon garlic codfish. So all I need to do is click apply, and now my menu will be up to date with the new meal. And if I go and check on my subscription is also now up to date with the new meal. And this doesn't matter if you have one subscription or 1,000 subscriptions, it's going to update this everywhere across the board. And of course, if we had a package with that meal in it, that will also be updated. So with that said, what are some best practices when replacing meals? Well, if I'm replacing a rice dish, for example, I would typically want to replace that with another rice dish. If I'm removing a chicken, I want to replace that with a chicken dish, a beef for a beef, so on and so forth. The reason being is there's more accuracy in your replacement, and the odds that your customer will be happy with that replacement are much, much higher. If they're happy with the replacement, when they get their subscription reminder email, they don't even need to log in. They'll see the email, they'll see the meal, and they'll be happy with it, and they'll just automatically get charged for the week. And of course, if for some reason they didn't like that replacement, they could just log in and swap it out.